It's Axel Lowe from the radio here at Anderson Center for Hair, and I just did a life-changing experience, something that I've thought about for years, and that is get a hair replacement treatment. I've been on alopecia since I was in my mid-20s when I started to notice it to decline and recede, and it held it off pretty well, but gradually thin to an uncomfortable level of, do I go cut it shorter and continue to let it get thinner, or do I do something proactive about it? And that's what I did. This isn't my normal haircut. That'll all blend in a couple of weeks. But they shaved my head short enough so they could have the robot take tiny follicles out from the back of my head. Now I'm at this point where the hair is in there. When you look real close, and you can probably see it from that camera, I can feel it. They're in there, the tiny hairs, all in the areas to where there wasn't a lot of hair. First, when you come in, you'll sign paperwork, and that's easy enough. And with the results like this, I'd said carte blanche, whatever you need to do to fill in those thinning spaces, I'm all about it. Dr. Anderson has a great photo studio here to where he's going to take pictures before the surgery, different points of your head, and you'll be able to see where you were. The hair wash, I don't really remember the hair wash too much, to be honest with you. You're awake during the whole procedure, but you do have the sedation, so it was painless. I'm sure it was wonderful. And then we went to to numb the front. I do remember the numbing because that's what helps keep all the pain away. And it's done gently. It's obviously done professionally. And so you're not out during the surgery. You're there in the seat, but everything is painless. I do remember the point where Dr. Anderson was making the sites, the holes to where the new hair was going to go. And it was just exciting to see these gaps in the hairline where, there was a couple of strands where there should be a couple of hundred. Now it was going to have that. They numbed the back, and when the robot did its thing and extracted each follicle that was going to be transplanted to the front, I don't even remember it. I haven't officially met the robot. I knew I was having a robot extract the hair. It happened while I was in the room, but I never saw it because it happened from the back. I didn't feel it. It was painless. And this was the point where the team comes in after the robot had extracted the tiny follicles from the donor area, and Dr. Anderson and his techs come in, and the teams sort out those hairs, and that's when they start placing them in the areas of deficiency. And that's where you see all this start to come together. It's the exciting part. After that, they clean it up. Not a lot to clean. There's not a lot of mess there. You just have these great new follicles in the front areas where you were deficient, and they cover up your hair, and you are set to go. And they go over some post-op instructions, and you're still a little sedated. You can walk, you can talk, but you probably won't remember 100% of the instructions. That's why they like to have a spouse or a friend there to go over the instructions with you for the post-op care. And they also have them printed in the bag for you. So you'll have your medications in case you have any pain or discomfort or have problems falling asleep at night. You've got all that with you with the clear, easy to follow instructions, and you head home. And, for me, I went to work the next day. So the whole procedure took, I was in here at Dr. Anderson's office in the morning. I was home by early afternoon. It was a few hours, but with the sedation, it truly felt like 20 minutes. So it's going to go by fast in your mind. And the next day, there are people that go to work. I went to work, and I just watched the exercise over the next week and didn't do any heavy lifting or bending over too much. But other than that, it was just normal everyday living with zero pain.